What's up, Internet? It's a podcast. I'm Gus.
I'm Chris.
I'm Kayla.
Chris, take your sunglasses off. I'm Blaine.
And I'm Gus, and I'm the one bringing the energy to the podcast tonight. Chris, you're a lunatic.
Why?
We were sitting at the office today. So where I sit, Kayla sits to my left, and Chris sits to my right. I sit in the most chaotic part of our office, and Blaine kind of sits across. And you were getting like some props ready for something we're going to shoot tomorrow. You had it on your desk, and you put like your keys in them. And for out of nowhere, you announced to the office, "Hey everyone, don't worry, it's not a swinger thing or anything. I just put my keys in this cup." And then Blaine is in the middle of editing something, takes his headphones off, and goes, "What?" And you go, "I'm not a swinger or anything. I just put my keys in this cup." And Blaine just goes, "Chris, I'm in the middle of work. You made me stop to listen to this."
What was the joke?
I know, but no one laughed.
Stop everything! I have a joke.
Dead silence. Everyone has to stop their work to turn to look at Chris. Chris makes his joke, and everyone just ignores it, except for Blaine, who didn't hear it the first time, who asks him to repeat it, and is still like crickets in the office.
Yeah. Well, I think what hurt the joke
Was the shades that you were wearing that made it seem serious?
No. What hurt the joke was it was actually a fancy like cup and not a fish bowl. It should have been a fish bowl.
Oh yeah, because it would have been way better if you pull out a fish bowl, carrot top with your prop comedy.
I had these in my pocket and then I saw that we're against a wood background. And these are like a wood themed sunglasses. Yeah, they got like
A theme.
Why do you keep
are
booking me with Chris on the podcast?
That was me.
Why do you keep...
This morning, I had another great Chris encounter.
Oh boy.
what?
Where it's been really warm the past few days in Austin. Then like overnight, it got pretty cold.
Yeah.
And we showed up. We were going to film something down the hall over here, and John and I were here first. And we had to go to the other stage to pick up some props and stuff. And we ran into Chris in the parking lot. And Chris was like, "I'll go with you." And Chris was like, "Man, I can't believe it got so cold. I've only got one jacket in my car." And we were like, "Go
And it's
on."
the thin one.
And it's the thin one. He said, "Normally I have three levels of jacket. I brought the thinnest one. Normally I keep at least two in my car, but I had to put a bunch of wood in there."
I might have to defend Chris on this one.
To make
though.
the glasses.
Why I said, we said, well, first of all, you should keep your coats in your closet. Second of all, you walk out your front door, it's cold. You walk back in and you get another coat.
Unless you don't have...
Unless you think you have other jackets in your car.
True. Or you have a garage, but you don't have a...
Who keeps multiple jackets in their car?
It has come.
Oh my God.
Not
and you all
intentionally,
got on my case for putting pots in the fucking oven.
What?
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 What are you...
They
put
did.
pots
They're,
in-
Wait,
they're gaslighting me now.
Hold on. Gus, do you store your pots in the oven?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I want to two things. Gus, I'm going to make a lot of assumptions right now. I'm assuming your home much larger and nicer than mine. Why the oven and not
It's free real estate.
the store? Oh, so is the real estate of your home and kitchen where it's meant to be.
Yeah, but I got stuff in the other cabinets.
Like what?
Dishes?
Do you have that many dishes? Why don't you get rid of dishes?
Listen, we're here to talk about Chris, not about me.
You don't have kids.
Are you talking about like the under the
Talk
oven
about like
cupboard thing?
a cooling rack, a muffin tin, like shit you would use in the oven.
What do
Baking
you do with
sheet.
that when you use the oven?
I take it out and put it on the island.
So you're putting it in the oven and not the thing at the bottom, which we all
I don't have a
use to
thing at the
store it.
bottom.
Well, how often do you cook?
Fairly regularly.
See-
I try to only eat out like twice a week.
No, that's not bad. Good for
That's
you.
good. But then now you're constantly banging pots. And the jacket thing, I would go back to the jacket thing. But one, sometimes the temperature changes throughout the day.
Sure.
So it might get colder at night.
Texas is known for that.
Yeah. So it could be really cold, and all of a sudden, crap, the jacket I have now is no longer valid. I must transfer. So you can do that. You can make hot swaps, or cold swaps.
Yeah.
Then also, if you're like on say a date scenario, and they're like, "Oh, it's cold." It's like, "Well, here, you can have my jacket." Now, in a one jacket scenario, you are now cold.
Yeah.
In a 2 jackets or 3 jacket scenario, you're both warm.
So I actually store jackets, blankets, spare underwear, spare pants, spare shoes. All of that is in this like reusable grocery bag in the back of my Jeep.
Well, that's just a hoe bag.
Is that like for
Yes.
Yeah.
one night stands? and stuff?
Yeah.
Or if you, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, because there was this one time. It was like ages ago. We did that.
Your girlfriend know about your whole bag?
No. Well, so we did that live show during right before we all took off for the holidays.
2019,
3 or 4 years ago.
2018.
Whatever. Anyways, we did that. And then we all went to a place to go get drinks together, and it was outdoor seating only, and everyone was freezing. And I was like, "I'll be right back." And I brought in my bag, and I had 4 jackets and 2 blankets to give out. And everyone was like, "Why do you have all this?" And I was like, "Are you warm? You're welcome."
Don't ask questions.
That's
Just
right.
be grateful.
I saved the day.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I do a similar thing, but that's just because okay, so what I'll do is, I get in my car and I'm like, oh, this jacket's too restrictive. I can't drive. So I take it off. I throw it in the back seat. Then at some point, I've got so many jackets in my back seat. And I'm just like, oh, there's so many jackets in my back seat. What if someone breaks in? So then I move them to my trunk. So then at some point, I just have a trunk full of jackets and shirts and shoes and whatnot. And then I'm just like, well, these are just going to be in here for about 6 months until I get embarrassed at an HEB grocery pickup when they open my trunk and there's no space. And then I'm like, oh, no, okay, I got to clean it out. And then, I just do that until I die.
I guess with me, I keep nothing in my car other than grocery bags in the trunk.
Well, what you're doing is the same thing as what he's doing with his fucking oven and all the pots and pans.
I don't know about that.
It is, though. You're storing something that shouldn't be there in the...
But it goes there.
No, but trunks are made to hold things. They're built to hold stuff.
Well-
an oven is for baking and cooking.
Yeah.
I
so
would argue,
he's-
though, I don't agree with Gus, but on his side, pots and pans are made to go in the oven.
Yes,
While it's
and all
off?
the stuff,
For storage?
all the stuff
Well-
that I put in there is the stuff I would use in there.
I would buy your argument, Gus, if you only used one pan. Because then you're not ever shuffling pots
I
and
got you.
pans.
There's no- yeah.
You have your one cooking thing. I had a friend who had a one fork.
A one fork.
One fork.
He had one fork, one coffee. He was like,
How do you have one fork?
Yeah. How do you buy a single
sounds-
fork?
no, but it's someone who looks like Ryan and has Ryan tendencies.
Tendencies. There was a Ben Affleck movie where he played an assassin. What?
You said it was a Ben Affleck movie.
I don't
Affleck.
fucking whatever. So Affleck.
Affleck. Ben Affleck.
How do you say his name?
Now you can skip a word.
Ben
It
Affleck.
is a Ben Affleck.
I'm gonna kill you.
Get it?
All right. Anyways, he was an assassin. And
The accountant.
Yeah, that movie's dog shit. But he only had one plate, one fork, one knife, and he just
No
rewatched
spoons?
it. I don't know if he had a spoon or not. I'd have
Doesn't
to
eat
rewatch
cereal.
it.
Assassins don't eat cereal.
I
had a
really don't
spoon.
watch
Yeah.
the movie.
Well, he
He
had just one spoon.
Cereal with a fork, like a fucking monster.
No, he actually does it with a knife. He likes to cut his Fruit Loops up into fourths.
Have you guys seen this? It's always on Reddit, where it just comes back and it's like, yeah, we've fucking seen this a billion times. But it's the Gablok. Have you seen the Gablok?
Gablok.
We went heavy into Gobloks.
What is
right?
Gablok?
We were talking about Gobloks for 30 minutes today. It's like basically giant Lego that you can build a home out of.
Okay, that's cool.
Like
It's
real fast.
Yeah. Dude, in a day you could build a home.
Can you get a team of 6-year-olds out there on it?
I don't know, because they look pretty heavy. But anyways, I want a Gablok house now.
Yeah.
Gablok.
Well, and
Gablok.
and here's the deal. We were saying
Why can't they spell it right?
it'd be cool if you could get your foundation
Foreign, it's fancy.
and then
Gabloks.
just get a bunch of Gobloks and then, build your own.
I wish they would hit me up because I had so many ideas. I was like, what if they send you a catalog of all their Gobloks and then they give you small Gobloks, which are essentially Lego, and then you can build it yourself. And then maybe you submit that.
Is that it?
And then and then
yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
so you could design your own Gablok.
Yeah, you can
house.
design your own Gablok house, and then maybe they just do all the zoning bullshit and
There's-
make sure that it passes the city's ordinance.
Do they have any?
There's no way this isn't. I'm looking at this and
Yeah.
I'm like, wind, bugs.
No.
Do they have really, really thin pieces that are difficult to pull off of the big pieces? Gotta get your nail under there and
Yeah,
They
you
have,
don't step on a Gablok. No, because here's the deal: is they have 2 and 3 block
Gabloks.
Gobloks.
and so they're always, scaffolding it where they don't align up
Right.
all horizontal.
You're
Like
not
log
going to make
cabin.
a wall of 2x6
It's like
Gobloks.
subway tiles.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they'll overlap. the
And so
Gobloks.
and that actually makes it really firm because they're all kind of supporting each other.
Right.
I'm just saying,
then-
I'm looking at this picture and I'm just like, I see the lines and I'm like,
What?
paint- that's what paint's for.
But I know, but that's-
this is the outer layer.
Right.
They'll-
You
I'm
just
sure-
you put the cement and other
Yeah,
coverings on it.
you do a layer of probably some
Cement.
sort of
Plaster.
sealer.
Yeah.
And because here's the deal, normal construction houses, they take a long time.
Yeah.
And they're exposed to all the elements.
So, okay, so question. Is the time saving because the bricks are bigger? What if we just built a house with bigger traditional bricks? Where's the time
Well,
saving?
because then you got to mortar it. You know,
You don't have to mortar with a Goblock?
No,
You
they
should.
stack.
I feel like you should. Like, that's
what
not
I'm
going to be
saying.
airtight.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You see the lines? I'm like,
No, I'm sure they have some. You could do like some sort of layer painted.
Enhance.
cat's gonna slip right through that crack.
I bet. I'm sure they have some sort of like sealant that's painted over the exterior.
Yeah.
That looks just like shitty pieces of cinder block with plywood. 100%. Around
No,
it.
it's
It's insulation and stuff. If you go in and they
Is
do
that
like
plywood?
the cross section,
It probably is.
No, that's shit, dude.
No. It's no different than what they built our houses out of.
Yeah, a lot of
Big
houses
Bad
are-
Wolf would body that house.
No,
This is like millennial trapping.
Thank you.
This is like Gus is too old for it and Kayla's too young, but Chris and Blaine are like, build my house out of Legos.
Gabloks!
Yeah,
No, I
this
would
is
say-
millennial trappings.
how cool would it be to be like, hey guys, like have a house building party.
Dude, I'm not going to that party. Like, hell no.
But see, and I said the same thing to Blaine, and he goes, "Fuck yeah, I would love to go to the block building."
A really
party.
good impression. I
Like,
said exactly that.
yeah, because it's like, oh, you're like, oh, hey, like come over to my,
Come
this
over
weekend.
and work.
Yeah, but people ask you to
People,
move and stuff,
people don't like helping other people move.
but they like building Legos.
That's not true. I like helping people.
They like
do
building
too.
Legos.
I like helping people move.
you do?
No, you're
Yeah, I
crazy.
love
then.
it.
You too, yeah.
But
I like it.
Legos are fun, and this would be fun. And maybe it wouldn't be fun the fifth time, but certainly the first time. And then
Are you all like early investors in Gabloks?
Yeah,
Is this like a
I'm like-
subversive thing to
I
try to
just
sell
found
it?
out about it like 30 minutes ago. Then here's the thing: you know how like back in the day, your grandparents be like, your grandfather built this with his own bare hands. You could be the grandfather in
Yeah.
that story in the future.
Well, I don't have kids, Chris.
Well, I know,
same.
but like,
Generations.
Yeah.
That old man built that.
No,
Your father-
no, it'd be more like this is the site where your grandpa built that house and it blew over when the wind hit 58 miles per hour.
your grandfather was crushed to
Yeah,
death.
this is the site where 4 old people died when a house collapsed because it was
don't-
made out of Gabloks.
I don't even think it would. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it, and this is what I'm picturing: plywood with insulation inside, and then like a little bit of cement on top. That's like what, 12 pounds maybe?
That's no different than what like.
What do you know what's
any
inside
new
your house?
neighborhood
Yes,
built,
I
that's
do.
what it's built out of.
Oh my God,
It's 4x4s and
Yes, and studs and metal, and they are built in such a
No,
way
no,
that
there's no metal.
no, they are built. What is a joust then?
That's what
Exact-
2 men on horses. And they
No.
run at each
Okay,
other.
so here's the thing: when you build Joyce, thank you. When you build a house,
Ow.
I'm sorry. When you build a house,
Okay.
there's like you got a wood and then a wood, right? And
Yeah.
it is spaced in such a way that then other wood is added in order to reinforce it. And I am just saying that with this thing, similarly to a no, Blaine, stop
just shaking
your
my
head.
head. I'm not saying
Stop
anything.
shaking your head, Blaine. Similarly to something when you build it out of Legos, I don't care how much you orient it to be 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 1-4, whatever.
Yeah.
If you find that weak spot, the whole thing caves in.
no.
In chat, BatFanFail9 says this is Minecraft shit. Absolutely.
No, it absolutely is.
I'm sure there are also additional Gablok walls, support walls.
with the Gabloks suite, you can customize your Gabloks home.
I
Blaine
hate
was,
this
we were looking
so
at it, it's like, yeah,
much.
but you're losing so much real estate inside because they're so thick. And I go, I bet you they have some thin Gablok.
Gablonk.
And sure fucking enough, we looked and they had smaller Gablok walls.
For what, to create
for the
rooms?
interior
Yeah.
to save space in the interior.
Does-
What's the ceiling made out of?
I assume
I think that's probably more traditional.
that's probably more traditional roofing,
Yeah.
but
They
maybe,
haven't
maybe
figured
they
out
have
the
a system
Gablok
of
ceiling
like
yet.
diagonal Gablonks that you could,
Gablonk. Why can't you say it anymore?
what
It's like a
Gablonk.
the French white version is a Gablonk.
Oui, le bonk.
I bet you I could build a Gablok house that would be better than whatever you could build.
Sounds like a RT Life video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're gonna give
Redo
me
it.
$300,000 to hey, that's just the plot of land in Austin at this point.
Yeah, but we could get one plot of land,
Okay, 2 houses.
and build 2 houses.
The
on it.
zone-
Tiny homes.
The zoning on that, the taxes alone.
No. The zoning in Austin, a lot of them,
Trash.
if it's above 9,000 feet, I think you could get two
So we have
houses.
to build a 9,000 feet Goblok house?
No. The lot has to be.
Yeah, like
okay.
that's why you see so many like like quote unquote condos with just like two houses
Sure.
on a single lot.
Someone says I have a headache.
Well,
How much?
I bet it's the
Okay.
It's the strongest
Yeah.
headache you'll ever had.
Okay.
So-
Hear me out. Hear me out. Well, how much does one of these blocks cost?
Oh, I don't know.
Just one Goblok.
I don't know.
Can we order just one?
That's what I'm saying. Can we order one Goblok? I want to feel.
How do you spell it again?
Gablok.
We can't order just one because we have to test them. We need like
That's
at
what
least.
they have to have samples.
No, I know. Let's all order one sample.
I just think I think that like tiny like self-made houses, because they did this back in like the Sears catalog days.
Yeah,
Sure.
You could like order a home to
Yeah.
your house, and they had different.
Yeah.
Like,
you would order. Why would you order a home to your house?
Fuck. No, you can order.
Because you were going to build a second one in your
house to-
backyard.
Yeah, because of zoning. You can grandfathered in.
But like this is just the future version. There's also other versions. This isn't Gablok, but it's like
Goblok is my favorite animated series on HBO Max.
In chat, Kaif Heart Sword says they've said Gobloks so many times it's lost all meaning to me.
there was these other things that I saw, like you could like you inflated essentially an igloo, and then you watered it down, and it's covered in concrete, and then it would just harden, and then like that's it. The dome is like made, and that's
That's
it.
for quick igloo homes. Now,
yeah.
This is what we as a generation have had to resort to
That's a
because
Goblet
generations
igloo.
before us have screwed us so hard that we can't just build a normal house anymore.
That's true.
We gotta have Goblok. I'm just looking at this and I'm getting more and more angry.
No.
I want to buy a single Goblok.
Well, I'll call them and be
Ask
an
for a
investor
sample.
and ask for samples.
Yeah, tell them
this
that we only spoke highly.
Well, yeah, I'll point to this podcast. Get some new viewers.
I kind of want to build a Gablok house now.
I do too, or at least
Ooh,
a
what if
Gablok
we-
doghouse.
I was gonna say let's build let's build a blog house.
A Gablok house.
Yeah.
That's
I like
good.
that. That's good.
And they were because I think this started because I was talking about the climate wars or war.
Yeah. As we do.
Climate wars?
Yeah, the
War on
climate
climate.
war.
That's what I'm calling
Yeah.
it now.
Yeah.
What are you calling the war on
I'm
climate?
calling. I'm not calling it like climate change or
What are you?
climate.
What?
It's the
The
war on
war on
climate.
climate.
We no longer want
was
it
like-
to exist. We
I
want
was
climate in jail.
See, so we're winning the war on climate.
No, we're
I
losing.
want-
No, we're winning. The climate's losing.
Yeah.
No,
I
yeah,
want-
yeah, he's
yeah,
right.
but we're the bad
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
climate's fully in Guantanamo right now.
Like I was just thinking, I was like, man, the problem with climate change is it's like the things that motivate change are always like impending,
War.
and people don't view climate change as like right now.
I
and
do.
immediate. I know, I do, but
As a Texan, as a Texan with a
society.
fucked up grade, I do.
Yeah.
but like I was like, we need a better name for it that's not like climate change. So
Yeah.
like the war on climate.
Yeah.
Because then
It's
Wait.
more
war
actionable. It's
No,
like
you're-
happening.
take war seriously.
Yeah, I feel like actually no, I will agree with Chris on this point. I feel like if we position it that way, then Americans will really get behind it.
Yeah, because Americans love getting behind wars.
War on drugs. It's like the war
Listen,
on drugs.
listen.
The war on drugs.
That's not a real war. That's just a bunch of cops brutalizing people.
I'm gonna let you in on a secret.
Yeah.
I just need the world to be good for a couple more decades. After
Decades.
that, I don't give a fuck.
That's
Yeah.
that's a huge ask.
Yeah, give me.
But think about the offspring of your dogs.
They're all
neutered.
They're all
Yeah,
neutered.
yeah.
That's
Well, what if
not gonna
you're
happen.
gonna have I bet you'll have a dog until the day you die, and when you die, that dog will be around for a few more years.
Was that a threat?
Don't think about the billions of people in the world.
Yeah, think about your
Think about the one dog.
eighth dog.
But like,
I think that you're taking on like a I don't care kind of mentality, but you do things in your life.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say things and argue things on
Yeah.
this podcast just to be an asshole.
Okay.
Yeah, like
you're pretty
yeah.
green.
I mean, I'm always talking about how nothing we do will ever impact climate change in any way that's important until companies stop doing it. But I still take my little recycling out to the street every few
Even
weeks.
though
you do
it's-
your part.
I
It's
do
a
my-
futile, it's a futile effort.
Yeah,
that
it's a
means
few.
nothing.
Yeah. It's I'm not even pissing on a wildfire. I'm like spitting on it, but only in 30-second intervals.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're drinking out of this glass container while a shell is actively dumping oil into the ocean or whatever.
well, if
Tastes
we
like dish
rebrand
soap.
it,
Yep.
like if we rebrand it, that could be a contribution.
Yeah.
That would do a lot more than just
What would your
recycling.
What would your PSA be?
The war on climate.
What would your PSA be?
I haven't.
Are you asking people to defect on the war on climate?
No, I'm saying we need to start calling it the war on climate.
Can you
Or the
People
climate
like
war.
winning wars,
Or
though.
the climate war.
look directly into your camera and just like make a plea to the people like for the war on climate?
Yeah.
We can't tell through the sunglasses, so you need to take them off for sincerity.
Do you want sunglasses or no?
No, keep them. I think you're good. Yeah, you're gonna need them in the climate war. The sun is very bright.
With that ozone going, you're going to need the protection.
The climate change has evolved. It's gotten bigger and better and harder. So what? The climate change is
Keep going.
Climate change has evolved. It's gotten bigger, better, and harder. And when it's no longer just changing us. Now it's a war. The war on climate. And we need you on that war. And are you on the good side? Or are you on the side with climate? We gotta win this war, but as the good guys.
Are you on the good side or the side with climate?
Are you on the bad? Are you the bad guys or the good guys? Because in the war on climate, there's only one winner. It's either climate or that's it.
It's this kind of mastery.
Yeah.
It's this mastery of improvisation that helped us trudge through 100 episodes of Good Morning from Hell.
Yeah. Hear me out. Counterpoint. I don't think you've gone radical enough.
Can we do a mock debate, Kayla versus Chris in the climate wars? And you guys are the two
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully
opposing
it
sides?
doesn't get to wars because that means we've had to go to Mars.
It's true.
Or we'd fought the climate multiple times.
No.
No,
Once
because
you,
if you win,
it's done.
Yeah.
well, I guess we could win.
Then fall back into
And
old
then
habits.
fall back.
Climate War 2, World Climate War 2 is...
Call it
Listen.
the Great Climate War. Never
Yeah.
expecting that
Yeah,
another
yeah,
one's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
happen.
It's the great
Yeah.
The great
But
climate
the
war.
great
Fucking
climate war,
Franz
yeah,
Ferdinand gets domed. And
because we don't
we're
know
back
what's
in
the
there again.
Yeah, we don't know the second one's coming, so we're just like, man, this is the greatest climate war ever. Nothing's ever gonna match this. And then meanwhile, some guy with a ridiculous mustache is going. That's what you think.
I'll invent a new type of
Climate.
of pollution.
Listen.
with the Gobloks.
I've said it before. I've said it again. As a society, we as Americans, extremely individualistic. What you got to do is you got to hit them where it hurts, which is their what? Personal freedoms. How do you frame it, you may ask? This is what you say.
Okay.
Climate wars are happening. We've got these illegal sun rays that are coming over the wall of our planet, aka
Our
the
ozone wall,
atmosphere.
yeah.
They are using weapons of mass destruction called greenhouse gases against us to weaken our defenses. They are killing us slowly with skin cancers. They are raising the heat on our planet, which we should be controlling the temperature of, making it insane.
I'm suddenly on the defensive now.
See?
But that being said, now I just want to shoot into the air.
You want to
at
shoot the sun? See?
I want
It
to
works.
just go, God!
It works.
It keeps moving!
That's your American sensibility. It's working.
We got it. We killed
Listen,
it. Oh wait, it's back.
listen.
Hello.
These wildfires, these tornadoes, these floods, we don't know what the origin is. Where are they coming from? Those aren't American.
I have intel that it's going to be back in this very same position in 24 hours. And then we strike. No.
I like that though. That was good.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, it's my same argument that we should have used masks from the beginning, where it's just like protect yourself from those illegal viruses from invading your body.
It's all fun and games until like 5 years from now when Florida's underwater and then California has
God,
shipped off into its own island because of all the earthquakes. That we're gonna be like, man, that was not funny back in the day.
The big ones,
Yeah,
the
and
big
then
ones
they'll be
always
like,
coming.
The war's changed me, man.
Yeah, well, the good news, there's not going to be anyone around to cancel me.
They're all
You had a great retweet earlier, Kayla,
Who, me?
about the responses to people while you're still wearing a mask.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to reverse it on them. It's like, why are you still wearing a mask? The CDC said we don't need them. And I'm like, you listen to the government.
oh shit!
Well,
I'm exercising my personal freedom in wearing a mask.
I'm sorry, I'm not a sheeple. I don't just do what big government tells me to do.
I went to a barbecue festival at the Texas Rodeo today with Eric and a few others. And
Earlier today?
did I say today?
You did say today.
No,
It's
this weekend.
God damn,
You
got
had a
up
busy
early.
day.
Busy boy. I had lights of barbecue. Anyways, we went on Saturday, and my girlfriend and I are still wearing masks just because that's like our thing. And
Yeah.
we haven't gotten COVID
Not,
yet.
if
We don't
you
want
say
it.
it like it's our thing,
our
you know.
thing.
It's a
It's a
couple.
cute-
Fuck, I am on the
cute thing that
defensive
we
about
do.
wearing a mask now. Yeah,
It's our thing, you
Yeah.
know. It's like
I say that because I saw a total of, aside from my girlfriend and I, 3 other people that
Yeah.
did it at this event filled with like thousands of people, and
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going crazy.
But it's like you feel like I'm so hyper aware that you breathe other people's air now,
Yep.
and I'm disgusted by it.
Horrifying.
COVID or not,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I hear a cough and I'm like, and then I hold my breath.
yep, it's gross.
But
It's
anyways,
gross.
I wore my mask. I only saw one MAGA hat. So for the most part, nothing happened, but I did see there was one cowboy who was walking by and he just this look while I was walking by. And that was it.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
Yeah, but
Has someone called you out?
for wearing a mask?
Uh-huh.
I mean, no, I don't. Not that I can think of.
On the internet.
Actually, unfortunately, yeah, my father. No. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. He believes in masks. He thinks I'm just like too uptight about it, and I'm just like, oh, I'll be as uptight as I want.
Well,
to.
Kayla, I mean, he has a point. You do sleep in a mask.
Hey, only actually I have before. I have.
Well, but
When?
the
Why?
mask she sleeps in though
It's
is
for
to
sleep
keep COVID
apnea.
out of her eyes.
No,
Yeah.
it's CPAP.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
it's a CPAP.
Oh,
It's actually a CPAP mask.
Oh, okay.
I sleep with a CPAP. This episode of the Rooster Teeth Podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Making websites on your own is hard, and there are so many awful website building platforms out there with limited features that make ugly, poorly optimized sites. Luckily for you, Squarespace is the go-to all-in-one platform to build beautiful online presences or run your business. Squarespace seriously has everything you can need to build a website that suits your needs, from small businesses to content creators. They've got member areas so you can connect with your audience and generate revenue through gated, members-only content. Interested in building that community? Well, Squarespace offers blogging and commenting features so you can create a community through threaded comments, replies, likes. Plus, they have a traffic overview feature so you can actually see how much that community you're building has grown. You've heard me talk about Squarespace for a long time now. Appreciate it's super simple to use. Everything's point and click. No coding required. With their great templates, you can get up and running in no time. I love it. I think you should give it a try. So head over to squarespace.com for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/roosterteeth to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. This episode of the Rooster Teeth Podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Relationships are hard and confusing. A lot of us will drop anything to go help someone we care about. We'll go out of our way to treat other people well, but how often do we do the same for ourselves? This month, BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to take care of your most important relationship, the one you have with yourself. Whether you're hitting the gym, making time for your haircut, or even trying therapy, you are your greatest asset, so invest the time and effort into yourself like you do for other people. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy. You can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Give it a try. See why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp Online Therapy. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Rooster Teeth Podcast listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/rooster. That's BetterHelp.com/rooster. This episode of the Rooster Teeth Podcast is brought to you by ExpressVPN. You never leave the door open when you're in a public restroom, right? Unless, you're some kind of exhibitionist. You don't want random passerbys looking in on you. So why do you let people look in on your business when you go online? Using the internet without ExpressVPN is like going to the bathroom and not closing the door. Your ISP can see every single website you visit, and they can sell that information to ad companies and tech giants who will use it to target you. ExpressVPN stops this by creating a secure encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet so that your online activity cannot be seen by anyone. I've been using ExpressVPN on my phone, laptop, tablet, and any device for like 2 years now. It's fast and easy. I forget that it's running. You've heard me talk about ExpressVPN for a long time now. It's because it does exactly what it says. It's super quick and it protects your data. ExpressVPN is easy to use. With the click of a button, you're protected by the world's #1 rated VPN by Mashable, The Verge, and more. So if you're like me, you believe your online activity is your business, secure yourself by visiting expressvpn.com/rooster today. Use our exclusive link, which is expressvpn.com/rooster. You get an extra 3 months free. That's expressvpn.com/rooster. I know.
Do you have sleep apnea?
Yep.
Like for realsies? You got your whole Vader set up?
Yep.
Are those videos true that if you fart in the machine, you like taste the fart and smell the fart?
I imagine so, because it has an air intake. It's just like
What?
sucking in the air and then
Can we do a sleepover?
no, no,
No, come on, we'll do it. We'll build this house same time.
no. You're not selling me on this.
I have a question. And
Hypothetically.
whatever. If I said this before, stop me. Someone was telling me about they went on a date and it was like someone they'd had a crush on. One of those kind of like crushes where they were both in relationships, so it never went anywhere, and then they like reconnected like 10 years later, and they're
That's
on
my
this
favorite.
date, and the date was going pretty well, and then she invited him back to her house, and then when he got there, he was like, "Hey, is it cool if, or if I bring my sleep apnea machine in? And she was like, sure.
That's sexy.
I don't want to be, and he was like, I don't want to be forward or anything, but just in case, And then he brought in his sleep apnea thing, which is like a bag and a machine and stuff. And they hung out and stuff. And then when they, I guess, went to bed, he brought it in, like hooked it up. She said they did not sleep together, and it was a second date after that. But
There was or was not?
There was not. I think
Did he go home?
No, he spent the night.
Okay.
But I think it might have been. I think it might have been one of those things where it was late.
He didn't want to drive home.
Yeah.
He didn't want to drive home, and also maybe she felt like he'd already brought in his sleep apnea machine, so maybe she was like, "I'll just let you know."
Okay.
But she didn't sleep with him.
So he had it in his car.
He had it in his
Because
car.
he brought it just in case.
Just-
Because he
Okay.
keeps 3 in the car just to
in
be
his,
safe.
Yeah, no,
You
actually,
never
it's in
know.
his hoe bag.
Well, but yeah, I guess it just seemed.
Okay.
What is the appropriate way? I don't have sleep apnea.
So I don't know what Kayla's setup is, but mine is like a home one, and
Yeah.
I hate touching it. I hate moving it. You can also get travel ones, and some of the travel ones are battery operated.
How big?
I don't have a travel one, so I don't know.
Okay.
But I assume they're smaller. like
Travel.
smaller than a loaf of bread.
It's not, so it's like a toolkit.
Yeah, and they can. I believe they can run off a battery for like 6 to 8 hours. So it's good for one night, and then you have to recharge it.
Okay.
So theoretically, this person could have had like a travel one with them.
Still pretty weird though.
I have 2 questions.
yeah.
One for you, one for you. Gus question: what happens if you fall asleep on like a plane or something?
You can't. That's when I would need a travel one, and I don't have one.
Okay.
So yeah, I just sleep on the plane.
But he deploy. He punches the oxygen
Yeah.
mask thing, and it pops down.
And then Chris,
Yeah.
why didn't he wait until it was
That's what
confirmed that he
that's-
would be? I feel like he
Jumped the gun?
He jumped the gun and the shark.
Yeah. No, he
No, it
didn't.
didn't.
They
because
didn't
he
smash.
No.
He just slept over.
Yeah, he was able to sleep a good night's rest.
But it feels like he got closer than he would have.
Nah.
I
if
don't
he
think
didn't-
so.
I
I think they would have smashed if
I
he
think
hadn't
they
said
probably
that.
would have hooked up, but then when they're like, all right, let's go to bed, and then he's like,
Weird Eli. Yes,
let me
we can
hook
see your
in.
comments.
If I was in a situation where I needed a sleep apnea machine,
Yeah.
I might have one in my car.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't bring it in beforehand.
I would say that
I would
post-nut.
wait. I would wait until after we already
So
hooked up.
just for reference, like saying you would have a sleep apnea machine in your car, those things are fucking expensive. So
So you wouldn't
having
wanna
a
leave it out.
second one that you would keep in your car just in case is lunacy to me.
But I think in that case, you would be like, "Hey, can I go grab? I have some equipment in my car that's pretty expensive.
that
I
makes
don't
it sound
want
like
out
you
there."
get some big dildos or something.
No. If I it's
dildos.
not out of the usual for me to be like, "Hey, I packed up my PlayStation. I was like, I just bought this thing or whatever. Can I go grab it just to make sure it's out of my car in case it gets broken into?"
But
I
then
think that would be the
starting
right
the
move.
relationship off with lies.
No, because you just said you wouldn't say the PlayStation thing. You just be like, "Hey, I have a thing out of my." Well, fuck yeah, I guess you would be lying.
Yeah.
Well, you could
Yeah.
say I got some expensive equipment
in my car.
in my car, and I don't want
Yeah.
to leave it out in my trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some expensive shit in my car that I don't want to leave in my trunk.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Well, you think I live in a bad neighborhood? Get out."
Oh, that is true.
No, I mean that's
kidding.
fine.
No, it's
It's just
fine.
like, and then you're like, hey, and then you can after y'all, if things go well and y'all hook up, you're like, hey, this is then you bring
Yeah.
on the
Right.
like, hey,
Post-nut.
I have sleep apnea. Would it bug you if I grabbed the machine
Yeah.
and slept?
I
'Cause
needed
then at
to
that point
breathe.
you are like, you're not one being presumptive about
Yeah.
like, hey,
Yeah.
Exactly, and then it's a test of her character because she's like, "No, ew, weird." Then you're like, "Well, I didn't want to do
yeah,
you anyway."
exactly. That's a good point.
Yeah. See. Also, I feel like if you is it loud?
No, mine is not that loud at all.
It's not, I feel like it'd be delightful white noise.
Yeah.
Well, I
absolutely.
don't
It is.
Yeah.
Right.
It'd be like Darth Vader.
my dad has one and it's pretty loud.
Yeah, if it's, I think the older ones are loud. I think the ones made in the last
okay.
like 5 years
How
are,
do-
are much
Yeah.
quieter.
How do you cuddle? If you got like all these
He's
tubes.
You
he's the
can't.
small spoon.
You gotta. The mask is the last thing before going to sleep.
You're like part way to having a back to tank. If you just slept in your bathtub, you would essentially be Star Wars.
So there's these commercials. You may not pay attention to them because you don't use a CPAP.
I
But
also don't watch TV.
okay, well maybe I don't know. I see them as TV commercials, so you've definitely not seen it then. But there's a device, like a medical device. Here in the United States, we get like medicine commercials, right?
Yeah.
And there's like a commercial for a device that they surgically implant in you that makes you not need a CPAP anymore. And I don't know who would voluntarily be like, yes, I want that.
What does it do to you?
I don't know. I think it like, so they say like what you do is when you're going to go to sleep, you hold up like this remote next to your like
It's okay,
throat
Tony
right
Stark.
here to turn it on. And I guess it like sends electrical impulses to your air passage to like force the muscles to be open. And like, that sounds like a nightmare to me. Yeah, I'm not going to fucking use that thing, especially not like the first generation
They, like,
device.
Raise you up on the medical bed. And you're like, where is Padme? Is she safe? Is she all right?
And then you get by, you start freaking out. It's like, oh, we got to turn them off. Click.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I would
crazy.
not the first generation, but a couple generations down, maybe.
yeah.
You wouldn't be an
Depending
early
on,
adopter.
depending upon how invasive that surgery is.
Look at how invasive.
Oh, absolutely not.
The fuck?
Why
That's
is
not-
it in your chin?
Oh, it's in your chin?
What is that?
Data? I don't want. No.
I guess that's where the thing is under your
Pulse
tongue.
generator. Wait, so it's implanted under your tongue, but the on switch is in your. But the
On switch is like a little thing that you like is like on the
Yeah, they get like a remote and like touch it to it. to
What
turn
if you
it on.
lose the fucking remote? Is there a way to turn it like?
We got to jumpstart him.
can you imagine?
Oh God!
What if somebody needs like CPR and they just
You're like, wait, my
wait?
Inspire.
Yeah, now that thing's in your trachea, and now you're double dying.
No. Eventually, someone's going to get stabbed, and they'll end up stabbing
Yeah.
the CPAP machine instead, and be like, "Ha I'm
Yeah.
half robot."
This looks absolutely insane.
That would
Yeah,
not be-
there's a reason they don't show you this in the commercial. In the commercial, it's just people like, oh, I don't have to use my CPAP
Yeah.
anymore. I have Inspire.
And then they're like, they just start talking because it's activated.
Also,
And when
like,
the robots take over, they'll know I'm one of them.
Yeah.
also, it's this part that's really fucking me up.
The under the tongue
Because I'm
part?
like, are you gonna talk?
Oh, God.
Oh no!
Worse image.
I'm sorry. Is that on top of your skin?
I think it's supposed to be inside.
So that's in his
Looks like he's got
nipples
a
are
loaf
upsetting.
of bread in his chest.
You mean a slice of bread?
Sorry,
Yes,
slice.
with the crust
No,
on.
thank you.
There's
I'll keep wearing my mask.
Do you have shit in your body? Any of you guys have shit?
I just went before we started.
Okay. Like medical
Bazingo.
things.
Medical things in my body.
No.
Like when I got my bicep surgery,
Yeah.
they put like I have screws, a bar, and a button inside
cool
of me.
as
Does
shit.
it
A
set off?
button.
Does it set off metal detectors?
No, because it's stainless steel.
oh.
And also, I can get an MRI, and it won't.
It won't go. Oh no! Can
won't
you
just get-
imagine getting
or-
in an MRI machine? It just goes. Dunk.
Or just getting ripped out of your flesh?
Yeah. Oh, I heard a story about a lady who she had gotten a surgery, and they're like, "Do you have any metal in your body?" Ah, no. She just blew through the paperwork, whatever. And then at one point, she's like, they give you an emergency button when you go in, and she's just like, it's like chonk, 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 chonk,
Yeah.
doing the whole thing. She's like, and then she hits the stop button. She's like, I was feeling this weird feeling, and apparently she had like metal shit all in her body, and it was just vibrating vigorously
What?
inside of her.
How did she not know?
I think she just, I think
pay attention.
she just completely blew past that part. Even though in the beginning they're like, "Do you have metal in your
Yeah.
body? Do you have metal in your
I
body?"
don't know.
It was
I
actually
know
a friend of
machine.
mine's aunt or something like that.
Dude, I hate MRIs. They're the worst.
Yeah, I got my first one for my arm, and it was just bored.
It sounds like a Skrillex concert. I've had so many MRIs. I've like had the ability to fall asleep during them, but I have had also the most messed up dreams in an MRI before.
Yeah, it's
Like you're at a Skrillex concert?
Yeah, like I'm at a Skrillex concert.
like a machine's like rapping on your door.
Yeah. I don't think you're not supposed to fall asleep during those, aren't you?
Probably not.
I can
have.
fall asleep anywhere.
They
I'm
gave
like,
an MRI thing. It's loud
It's
because like
loud.
they give you earplugs,
don't
but
do
like
shit.
right as mine started, I was like, okay, I think I could sit like it's like 25 minutes, like
Yeah.
a couple SpongeBob episodes. But like as it was going, I like moved my nose, and then that dislodged my
Oh,
earplug,
no.
and I was like, I can't move, or else I'm gonna have to restart this entire process.
Yup.
So it's just full blast, chonk 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 chonk.
weird question. Did they give you the saline thingy before?
Was that?
Like contrast?
Yeah, the contrast solution.
No.
Okay, so they'll give you the solution that it's in an IV. I guess it's to make your
It like highlights different
stuff in your
passageways for whatever
body,
reason. Yeah.
but it's like a saline solution, I think, and you can like taste it in your mouth when it goes in your arm. It's very upsetting.
When I got surgery, they had a bag, but they were so backed up. They're like, "We're gonna get you in. It looks like we were ready to go early." So I was like, "Cool." And then I waited in a bed with the bag connected to me for like 5 hours, and I hadn't drank
5
all day,
hours.
and I kept needing to piss because they're just blasting fluids
Yeah.
into my body.
That sucks.
So then I'm like carrying this thing around with my ass showing out of the gown, and I'm like, I guess I'll go to the
At least
bathroom.
you
Yeah,
can
but I
get
bet
up.
you're super hydrated.
I was.
Like I bet you were like.
I bet you had a
I bet
massive
felt
pump
great.
going on.
Yeah, but I couldn't control my bicep. Couldn't flex my arm though.
Maybe you felt great.
I didn't though, because my arm
Because his
was
arm was torn.
destroyed.
Nah, it was good.
I just, man, it'd be cool to have like a what do you call those things where you get the bags with the
An IV.
IV bag?
an IV?
Yeah.
You get those whenever you're like dehydrated. Like,
They have that. They used to be a sponsor.
Yeah. Wait, is it your own private one?
Well,
Or
no,
is
it's
it
like
a service that.
It's like a service.
No, it's a
Yeah.
communal one, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool just to have your own and be able to like IV yourself.
I guess.
I think you need some training to do that.
If you know like a nurse practitioner,
They'll
can
do it. Yeah. I mean, technically, you could.
Yeah, no one's stopping you. Just,
Yeah, I
you're
don't
probably
know
not
why
gonna
you-
do it right.
I mean, you could just drink water.
Yeah, I know, but this is like quick. This is like. I've never done it, but they have services for like if you're hungover or
Yeah.
something, or you're
Yeah.
sick or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes you. And you say you need training, but like people.
No.
shoot.
No. That's not the same.
No, I'm with Chris. I agree.
Oh, God.
There are people who are poking themselves with needles.
Yeah.
They also fuck it up a lot. And
lot.
have very fucked up looking veins and
Yeah.
arms
When-
after that.
I took my
I thought that
girlfriend.
was just from the drugs.
No,
not
it's
the-
from all the
no,
missing.
That's from misses?
Yeah, that's from missing
It's
it.
also-
messing
So
up.
what happens when you miss?
Then you
Bad.
you're on the risk of getting an abscess.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took my girlfriend downtown like a while ago, and this is like her first time going into Austin, or downtown Austin, whenever we went. And there's that part under the bridge right by the police station that now has walls built around it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
They
it was.
took the walls down.
Did they take the walls down?
I think so.
No, I think they have a gate still, like a fence.
It's a big old
wrought iron
It's a fence now.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, and
fence.
yeah.
It's a scary
But
looking
there's
gate.
no more of the weird concrete like
Yeah.
construction things anymore.
Oh, well, that's great.
It's just the
Pussies.
So, anyways, they have this one part of the bridge that has these lights going underneath it, and it's like multiple colored lights,
Yeah.
and it shines in it, but it's mostly blue. And she's like, "Wow, that's so pretty! Like, I love that the city does cool things like that. What a cute decoration." I was like, "They do that so that it shines blue, so that it's harder to find the location of your veins, so you can't
Oh,
shoot
is that
up."
why?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why.
You didn't know that?
No. I
Yeah.
just thought it was like just to light it up so people can walk under it.
No, it's
Well, I mean, that
specifically.
helps
well, yes,
too.
but it's that cooler blue color so that you can't see your veins to shoot up.
It's like decorative. Like they have these stone areas where it's like, oh, that's an interesting pattern, but it's like jagged rocks so that homeless people can't
Sleep.
I
on
knew
it,
about
yeah.
that where there's like random poles. And stuff.
Anti-homeless architecture. It's why every bench sucks now.
Yeah.
You ever seen the bench where it's like, this is a bench and you could probably fit 4 people on it, but then like every 18 inches they have just like a wrought iron like thing, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, it's an armrest, and it's like, no, it's so people can't sleep on it.
Yep. Yeah. Pretty bummer.
Yeah, it's like the Amley that you hate. They have this. There's like a side street that they share with like another apartment, and there's this really cool, just like I don't know, it's just like fucking like plants and like a sidewalk or whatever. Even though a sidewalk to nowhere, it actually overlooks that
police
part that you're
station.
talking about. Yeah, it overlooks the police station and the blue lights where you can't shoot up. But they recently put in anti-skateboarding spikes because there would be a bunch of cool. So I've been calling them like the cool youths, and it's just like literally like a bunch of kids between like I'd say like 10 and 16, and it's a dead end street, so it's very safe for them to be playing back there.
Yeah, it's a
and they would
cul-de-sac.
just be like scooting around on their little razor scooters and skateboards, and I'm like, how mirthless are you that you put in because you don't want these kids doing sick grinds on your sidewalk, but they still do.
Wait, so what do these look like? Are they on the curbs?
It's on the curb, and it's like these little like rounded it's like these rounded spikes, and it's all the way down the curb, so they can't like grind on the side of it, but they still do. And I'm just like, you've done nothing but waste money.
Yeah.
You just made them better. At
Yeah, you made
skateboarding.
them no, literally. They're like inventing new tricks. They're like, anyway, this is an offside spike hop, and they're just like hopping down it on the skateboard. And I'm just like,
People who skateboard are cool. They're only raising property values.
exactly.
Place fucking sucks.
It sucks so bad. I hate it. She's moving out in a few days. And I'm like, good riddance.
Yeah.
Into my shithole.
I had the worst back when I was single and I had people over. They'd be like one night stands that turned into a lot more than that because their car would get towed. They
Dude. Okay.
it's the fucking
No,
worst.
I know exactly where. Okay, so that's
Imagine
my
if their sleep apnea machine was.
in the car.
That's why they got to go get it.
Yeah. That's how I got my first parking ticket in Austin.
Was that
Was that street because so like she moved in like during the panty, but then as soon as stuff started like cooling down and opening up, because it's like right by like bars like on East 6, not like dirty, so like it's walking distance, so people park there a lot.
Yeah.
So I'd been parking there not paying for like months, and then as soon as everything started opening back up again, I got my first ticket, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna not park here, but I'm also not gonna pay.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I'm not telling you to do anything illegal, but what I am saying is the amount of money that you pay in a parking ticket versus not paying to park places evens out.
Oh yeah, no, because it's only a $25 ticket.
Yeah, it's a $25 ticket.
But like parking each individual time is probably like what, $6-7?
No, it depends because like
how long you
it's
stay.
it's
like
15 cents per 10
15
minutes or
minutes or-
15 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So like 1 cent a minute. So if you're there for like, and it doesn't stop counting, like it won't count from midnight to 7 a.m.
I think it's 25 cents per 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's whatever it is.
So-
It's stupid,
So
but it
just to be
evens
clear,
out.
your strategy is to just keep parking there and then pay the parking ticket, and that's the actual cost of parking.
Yeah.
Well, if,
No
it-
one said I
if
was
it's
gonna
where
pay
you
for
Listen,
parking.
the reason I'm trying to clarify is I once had the police show up at my door like at 6 a.m. on a Saturday
Yeah.
because of unpaid parking tickets, and they were going to arrest me.
How many
did
tickets?
you have?
I had a few.
Obviously.
I don't think I have. I will say this. I don't think I have an arrestable amount. Also, hack, if you're parking in the same place illegally, just leave the ticket on the window.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah.
What if they did this with benches?
Not charge.
This,
What?
Sorry, I'm going back to the benches. Is that okay?
Vengeance?
Please, the benches.
Benches.
Oh,
What if they did this? I could understand if people don't want people to sleep on a bench during the day when
Sure.
there's like traffic and people might, lots of people might want to use the
yeah,
bench.
you hate homeless people. We know,
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
But at night,
Chris hates poor
people should be able to sleep on a bench.
Yeah.
right?
No
Okay.
one. No one's using that bench.
Exactly.
I'm
So
not sitting on the
on.
bench at 3
the
a.m.
benches. What if the armrests went down at night? So then people.
So they're
could
like
sleep on it.
solar activated.
Yeah.
How much more expensive is that going to be?
Right. The city. I
And
don't
then
think
it's going to break.
The city also hates homeless people.
They
Why would they
hate
want to do
homeless
anything?
people.
to
I know.
benefit
I'm
them?
just proposing.
Do you know who our governor is?
Yeah, I'm just proposing like a
A middle ground.
yeah, I guess.
Okay, run on that. Go get city council or
Yeah,
whatever.
run on solar powered armrests.
Well, because then they could shut.
Yeah.
And then people could sleep on them, but
Yeah.
then there wouldn't be people sleeping during the day when there's a lot of foot traffic.
Have I talked about the automatic bathrooms in Atlanta on here before?
No, but I've heard about these. Are these the ones that like you? There's a timer
Yeah.
and like
In, like,
every
it's like-
15 minutes, is it?
I don't even know what it whatever it is feels like. I wouldn't trust it because I'm just like, what if I'm just dumping out? What if something bad happened?
Right.
And then it's just like, you've been in here too long. We think you're doing drugs, and it just like opens. Like that's fucked up. But they are self-sanitizing, and
Well,
that's pretty cool.
But that's part of it too, though. Is like I think every 15 minutes it opens up.
Yeah, like
it has a
fully.
limit to how long you can be there, and then it also just like flushes the fucking thing.
yeah.
So you could just be shitting, and then the door, it just like washes you.
Yeah.
And then it opens the door to reveal your like soaking body.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and then you like just emerge like as a new like clone.
you're covered in that blue stuff that's in the porta potty.
Yeah.
Like you just been given birth to by a bottle of Tide.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah, and I'm just like things that can.
Yeah.
So
So
the
yeah.
middle ground.
Yeah. You hate the homeless people. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I think people should be able to sleep on benches.
I do too.
Peter H says that you just invented a normal bench.
Yeah.
What do you mean? No, I invented a bench.
The glasses come on. What do you mean?
No, I didn't invent a normal bench. I invented a normal bench and a bench that is for not sleeping on during the day.
Okay.
Like
no,
a bench
Okay. Yeah.
for traffic during the day
No, I
and then
get
a
it.
sleeping.
Or
a
we could just
sleeper
have
bench.
we
Yeah.
could pay less and just have a regular bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what's worse?
Yeah, this is for the people who want a non-normal bench.
What's worse, Kayla?
Those leaning things.
Leaning thing?
Yeah, where they won't even put a bench, they put a leaner.
Leaner?
Oh, like bus stops
Yeah,
where you like
so
just kind of like
it's like
rest
a
up
vertical
against
pole, and then like imagine a seat, like the bottom of a seat, but it's at like a 45-degree angle, so you
Yeah.
can't sit on it. You can only lean. Though I would rather just stand.
Yeah. That's
Evil.
That's more
evil.
anti-homeless
It's way.
stuff.
It's so evil.
Did you guys see? Anybody see Batman?
it. I haven't seen
yeah.
it yet.
You can
I'm not,
spoil
wait, wait,
it. I don't
we're not
care.
done talking about benches.
You didn't see
Blaine.
it? Did you not see it?
No, we're not done talking about benches.
But did you see it?
no,
Chris?
not yet.
Oh,
God, was that so hard?
I don't care.
Why?
I didn't spoil
You saw it?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about it, but no one's seen it. I
haven't seen it.
Oh,
Fucking never mind. That.
You the only-
Have you ever
the
seen
only
a
one
bench?
that saw it?
Lately, I've
seen a
felt
lot of
crazy
benches.
because I feel like things that I'm enjoying are not in like the pop culture mainstream.
Okay.
Well, so
Like
they
what?
are, but I feel like they're not being talked about very much, right? Like Horizon Forbidden West, I think is a great game, but I think it came out so close to Elden Ring, everyone's just talking about Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Like it got overshadowed. And I've been telling everyone I can talk to that you should be watching Severance on Apple TV, and I feel like nobody is fucking watching Severance.
Severance.
Yeah, you
It's
should.
so good.
You sent me the
Okay.
trailer, and that was the first time I'd seen it.
Yeah. It's amazing.
You know what? You sent me the trailer, and I was like, I feel like I've heard of this. I saw like an image ad for it, like on one
Like
of
the
things.
comic books?
and I thought it was a show about like just like a workplace show, but it's not. It's like a sci-fi
Yeah.
like Eternal Sunshine kind of show.
It's like thriller sci-fi kind
Yeah.
of show, like mystery. It's really, really good. And I've got nobody to talk to with about
I'm
it.
perpetually.
I'll watch it.
You
It,
should.
it look, but it's Apple TV though, and I have too many SVODs that I'm subscribed to. But I'm always in that perpetual state of like, no one wants to talk to me about this thing because I'm like 3 years behind on everything. Like I'm going to play Horizon Forbidden West, but not for another year because I still need to play the other
You
one.
should play Zero Dawn first, for sure.
Right.
Like they do a
I think you have
recap
to.
of Zero Dawn at the beginning of Forbidden
No, no,
West.
no,
And I
I
was
mean-
like, it's really.
But like I'm already on like Spider-Man from the PS. Like that's the one that I'm currently.
No, I
in.
feel you.
Yeah, so I'm always behind.
I understand.
I like True
Yeah, you did
Detective.
play-
I was like, how late was I?
Yeah,
on
it's
True
pretty
Detective?
late. Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you played Breath of the Wild like 3 years late. Like you just played it. Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
he just finished Steven Universe.
Oh, so you guys want to talk about Steven Universe?
I always
That shit
love
rocks.
Steven Universe. Me and Blaine are actually gonna start a Steven Universe recap podcast.
Just a few years late.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
You call it
Ooh,
the Steven
actually,
Universe?
Can we ask Daddy if we could do that? That would be sick.
Which one's Daddy? John?
He's right over there. He's got a mask
No.
on.
No, Warner.
Oh, well, no. We should just ask Warner at this point
That's
because
what
they
I'm
own
saying.
Cartoon Network to just make a new.
Yeah, make another Steven Universe.
Aren't they making Adventure Time again?
They make Adventure Time movies every once in a while.
yeah.
They release 3.
They're making more Futurama,
Yeah,
which is the voice actor.
John
John
DiMaggio.
DiMaggio. Yeah, I saw that he just got back on. Good for
Yep.
him. I'm glad he
Yep,
stuck
yep,
his heels in the ground.
He's a really cool. I've like gotten to hang out with him at some of the like convention stuff.
Ooh.
He's super cool and exactly what you'd want for the
love
person
that.
who voices those characters.
That's rad. I heard that guy that does Rick and Morty goes around and gets drunk and then he just does. He has conversations. as
Justin
Rick and-
Roiland?
Yeah, he goes and has like conversations as Rick
Hmm.
and Morty. So I feel like that would get annoying. I don't. I stopped doing Rick and Morty a while ago. The fan base completely turned me
I got
off of that show.
I got traumatized when I was working at Adult Swim from Rick and Morty.
I can't imagine.
I started working. I started working at Adult Swim right before season 3 came out, and that Szechuan sauce shit. We like people. Okay, so first of all, people think that was a collaboration with Adult Swim and McDonald's.
Nope.
It was not. I think someone at Adult Swim had reached out to McDonald's. Was like, hey, do you want to do this thing? And they're like, no, it's fine. And then so after the episode came out, and then later on they were like, hey, we're doing this thing, and it was like, hey, wait a minute. And then there was that whole shortage,
Yeah.
and like not enough of it, and people were getting
There
pissed.
were
and,
like
like,
mini riots.
They were,
Yeah.
We know
Yeah.
the guy that did that.
We also know the guy who
What?
made the Szechuan sauce.
Chef.
are you fucking?
Can I
kidding?
say it? Am I-
Are you fucking kidding me?
He's
Are
a
you
regular
serious?
Chef Mike was the one that,
That
led
was
that
him.
charge. Yeah.
I'm gonna murder him the next time I see him.
Oh, no.
We literally. Okay, so I was like I was on the marketing team, so I would do like light community management stuff / like fan outreach / whatever else they needed me to do, and the level of vitriol on the internet about that for like it was like the good news was it was only like 2 weeks until people realized that we were not affiliated with it, but it was the Adult Swim forum. Oh my god, that was so mean. People were writing us mean. The comments on all the stuff. It was. I literally was like, I don't know if I want to work in entertainment anymore.
There was also like footage of dudes like jumping on like the cash register.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it was
Screaming.
and again it was just like bad PR for us, and it was just like. I don't know how this happened, but that's crazy. So
That's
thanks,
when I
Mike.
just dipped from that show. I was just like, I
yeah.
don't.
So I literally can't watch the show anymore. Couldn't watch the show after that.
I get it.
But I like the show. I'm not gonna let
Yeah.
a good show get ruined by bad fans.
Yeah, the first two
A
seasons
select
were really
group
good.
of bad
Yeah,
fans.
I get that. I mean, I don't know. Well, we also like know some of the writers, like what Nick Rutherford's got
Yeah.
a fucking character on the
He,
show.
Oh, yeah,
he
that
made a
guy's
character
cool.
named Nick in the show
Yeah.
that looks like
And he
him.
voices it, and it looks just
it's
like, yeah.
It's like, you motherfucker, you just made yourself a character in the show.
It's great. Yeah,
But yeah.
I like the wholesomeness of like Steven Universe.
Yeah, very good.
Everyone's nice.
It's the
very
exact
welcoming.
opposite vibe
Yes, it is. It really is.
in terms of fan base. Oh god, I had repressed that.
I keep seeing it and I keep not talking about it, but you brought Alexo with you.
Well, let's talk. Can we call him a different name though?
What do you want to call him? Why don't you want to call him Alexo?
Because he activates your echoes. Yeah, this is the thing from. So we brought a show back called Improv
Describe what it
Ambush.
is for audio listeners.
For audio listeners, I'm holding a thing. It's a small. That's what it sounds like.
Turn them on.
Cradle the
It's
balls.
like a small box that kind of looks like a jewelry box, and it's got like a sticky.
Trapezoid? Is that a trapezoid?
Trapezoids are 2D, right?
It's a 3D trapezoid. I don't fucking know.
Is it the Travis?
It's blue. It's got a face that looks like a combination of a monkey and a baby.
Yeah.
And it's got a mouth, and it's made of like skin, and it
Yeah.
and it eats. It opens its mouth and it chews, and it's really creepy.
It's like if I had to describe the texture, I'd say Starship adult sex toy,
Yeah.
but like in the bargain bin.
Anyways, we brought a show back called Improv Ambush. We had made one before the pandemic, but we didn't edit it because I got busy. But then we're like, we're locked down. We haven't filmed anything because we're all at our homes. And I was like, well, I had this old show. So then we brought it back, and then we released it during the pandemic with all these things like we didn't film this now because we're all locked in our homes. So we brought it back. We got 4 more episodes. This is from the first episode with Barbara. Please go watch it. I'm really rusty. I haven't been in the director's chair
what
for
is
a
the
while.
show?
It's basically I buy really shitty things off the internet, like really stupid things, and then without telling people, I pull them into an interview, and then I ask them all these questions without any context about what the product is, and then I take all of their responses, and then I write a commercial, and then I make the people act in the commercial.
You sure do.
Yeah,
It's funny.
it's fun.
It's very funny.
It's a weird process.
Someone said that the pink version is a very popular Tumblr user. What does that mean?
Oh, Beth.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I would like them to elaborate.
I'm assuming maybe she uses it as like her avatar.
Her
or something?
avatar, maybe?
weird.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's real weird.
So, anyways, I brought it as to remind myself of I'm very bad at promoting my own shit, so I brought this as a reminder to promote.
Leave it on the
show.
podcast set and let
Is it
Beth do the talking for you.
It's Alexa.
Whatever.
Yeah, this is
Alex.
Alexa.
Let Alex do the talking for you.
Anyways, I think in real life people are asking like what he actually is. It's a piggy bank.
Yeah.
But he holds like nothing.
You said 4 coins?
This is the coin storage
Also,
area.
if I was a kid, there's
it's a-
no way,
Oh.
It's a Gen Z savings account.
hey, 'cause
Nice.
no way I'd put my money in that thing if
No,
I
you
was a
probably-
kid.
you
That's how much
Does anyone have a
atmosphere is
coin?
off.
Can we try it? No one
Toss
has
No
a
one has
coin
coins.
to your Witcher.
We've been on a coin shortage for the past 2 years.
That's another one. I just watched Witcher because everyone's
Nice.
blown up about it. Yeah, I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? How
Nah, I
come?
don't get the hype. I liked Henry Cavill. That show,
Cavill.
very average.
I
Cavill.
had an awkward experience with someone recently. I can talk about.
No.
Henry Cavill.
God.
Not Henry Cavill.
Cavill.
Cavill. You said Cavill just a second
He
ago.
said
He
Cavill.
said Cavill.
Yeah,
I said Cavill.
but you repeated it as Cavill.
No, I said Cavill.
Well, whatever. So
Get bit.
I had an awkward experience. I was at a restaurant, and someone from the RT community came up and was like, "Oh, hey, are you Chris?" Da, da, da. And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, yeah." And we were talking for a bit. Real nice guy, and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Oh, so you visiting or you live here?" He's like, "Oh, I live in Austin." I'm like, "Oh, cool. Are you gonna come to RTX?" He's like, "Oh, well, I wasn't going to because I have to work on the weekends, but I might be able to go now because I just got fired today."
Cool.
And then I was like, "Oh, awesome!" And
Oh God.
I did not mean that was like my reaction.
Awesome that he could go to RTX.
Him
not,
saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, cool, you're gonna come to RTX."
Chris.
And then he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Yeah." And then I was like, and then that's pretty much where it is.
That was
Did
it,
you
yeah.
then drop a smoke bomb and
Yeah,
then
they
disappear?
just like went away.
And I was like, and then, but here's the deal. I didn't even realize that I had like said that until like I walked away and I was like, I just said, "That's awesome. You lost your job." Cause I was just kind of like talking.
Right.
Yeah.
You weren't thinking.
You just
Classic
like,
Chris.
yeah.
Well, I was just like, "Oh, cool. You're going to come to RTX?" Maybe.
Awesome.
See you there.
That's awesome.
You know
just-
where else he could go?
Where? Podcast tour?
Very normal podcast tour. He could watch Rooster Teeth Podcast live April 1st at the Stateside Theater. Tickets available now. rtxevent.com or scan this little QR code down there.
So good at segues.
Yeah.
Tickets on sale now. Get them while they're still available. They're selling fast.
Yeah.
Get
them.
It'll be at the Stateside Theater here in Austin. Show starts at 8 p.m. I think the door opens at 7. I could be wrong on that. But if you go to rtxevent.com or scan that QR code, it'll have all the information about that.
Get it
here's the
before
deal.
you lose your job and Chris makes fun of you for it.
No,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, here's the deal. If you aren't available on that day because of work, you should buy one anyway.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
You never know.
When you're going to be unemployed.
You could lose your job.
Jesus.
Was that where we did,
The stateside?
yeah, Gauntlet and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where we. That's where we filmed the Gauntlet season
Season
2.
Too. That was also where we did the fart hoofer thing. I remember that too.
Is that
Yes.
where Jeff did that Devil May Cry ad read? That
that was Sunset Room.
okay.
Was that like a bad ad read or are we allowed to talk?
The fans,
Absolutely talk about it.
the fans love that ad read. It's a fan favorite.
Absolutely.
I don't know what the context of this
The
is.
fans love it. It's got so many thousands of views on YouTube.
Trying to be as clear as possible. The fans love it.
Fans love
the
the ad
fans
read.
love the ad read. The fans
Fans enjoyed it.
are the ones who liked the ad read.
Yeah.
So it was a bad ad
I'm not saying it was a bad ad read. The
no, it
fans,
was a-
It's beloved by the community.
you know how an ad read is supposed to get our fans hyped up for something? It did that.
It did that.
It did that.
It maybe wasn't viewed that way all the time.
By some people who are wrong, but it got the fans hype, which is what an ad
you guys
read
are
does.
talking around what this is. and I
Oh my
don't.
God, Blaine!
Jesus Christ.
I
I got it.
We
I
had to
don't-
do a make good, Blaine, but the fans loved it.
Oh! I didn't know what the code was.
Like, really?
You guys needed to give me the cipher.
Everyone listening knows what the goddamn code is.
It was like
You're like vigilante on Peacemaker.
Oh God.
When we're doing sarcasm,
Then
you
we
have to
have to
let me know.
Literally. I stand by that ad read. I didn't have to be in those meetings. Anyway,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say Paramount?
Stateside.
Stateside?
Yeah.
Stateside Theater.
What's at the Paramount?
It's just it's like the other
Walk or
theater
two
next to it
down.
that's bigger.
It's like the big. It's like the older, more like grand, grand classical.
Wait,
looking one.
stateside or the Paramount?
Paramount's got those like
the big-
old school,
Oh,
like
that's
grand
where-
opera.
That's where all the South by stuff happens.
Yes.
well,
okay,
they both
okay, okay.
happen at both of them.
I
But like
don't-
the Paramount's just like the
Yeah.
bigger,
It's
like
more
old
I
modern
don't do
style.
stuff in Austin, so like I don't know the venues. I know emos,
Yeah.
and I know
you know the new
Control Empire Room,
you know
Empire Control
Stubbs.
Room.
You know Stubbs.
I've never been to Stubbs. I've seen it on the way to Cheer Ups.
I've been to a bunch of wrestling shows with Eric at Stubbs.
They do wrestling there. Isn't it like a barbecue place?
It's not at Stubbs. It's across the street at the Mohawk.
Oh,
Mohawk.
that's right. Yeah,
Is
yeah.
Mohawk the place connected to Cheer Ups?
Yeah, it's like right next to it.
Yeah.
That place connected to Cheer Ups is funny because
There's a bar called Cheer Up Charlie.
there's a bar called Cheer Up Charlie's, and it's got an inside which looks like I don't know, like what is it, a 20 by 20 by 20 foot room.
It's
Yeah,
the interior of a tiny log cabin.
Yeah.
And it gets sweaty.
It gets real sweaty in there. And then they have an outdoor patio, which is slightly bigger and delightful. But the thing about that is the outdoor patio is shared with a wall of another venue that also does music. So sometimes they'll be having like one time I went and there was like a very like emotional, like they do like a queer storytelling night. So it was someone just telling this like heartfelt story. And then there's like some punk rock band called like Piss Stain Cum playing next
after it.
door. And it's just like this person being like, I haven't spoken to my father since I come out. And they're just like, no. And it's just like, oh, well, this is not matched up well.
Sheriff Charlie's kind of freaks me out because it's like there's this wall.
I
and
just want to climb it.
Well,
I want to climb it too.
they shoot light up to it, and it makes it look really cool. But it's the sheer, like, little cliff wall. It
Yeah.
looks like at the bottom of a rock quarry.
It does.
and it's
Quarry?
It's sick.
what? Query?
Quarry.
It's not asking a question.
You're the one who said it that way. It's a quarry.
You're 0 for 0 today, Blaine.
So, anyways, I keep when I'm drunk, I'm always imagining there's going to just be like a rock slide.
Yeah. It looks like it would. It looks like a keyframe in an animation where a rock slide would happen. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like Wile E. Coyote's about to
Yeah.
get pummeled by it.
No, literally. I think it's really cool though. Like he said, I always want to climb it.
Yeah, I'm like, if I have a few more drinks, I could climb
I could
that
climb
wall.
that. That's why they have all those signs. They're like, "Do not climb."
Yeah.
It's Chef Mike.
That's
in
just
chat.
a,
Chef Mike-
that's
he
just a
got-
challenge.
He got channeled. He showed up in chat. You were right, Mike. If you say his name a dozen times, he
I'm
does
gonna
show
murder
up.
you. Tell him to
Hi,
DM
Mike.
me.
DM Kayla. I think she's mad about something.
Just don't send her your address, Chef Mike.
I'll send you bees.
I don't think they'll survive the trip.
No, don't they do that?
You can ship bees.
mail bees.
Yeah, that's like
I wanted to do that when I got my package stolen in December. I was like, I'm gonna buy a box of bees.
But no, don't do bees. Do hornets. Bees are like
What- or-
well, we might got to
But then
or
if they
whatever.
don't steal it, then you got a box of hornets.
Exactly.
we got to protect the bees though.
When I say bees, I mean buzzing bugs that sting you.
Right. When I say bees, I mean the thing that's going extinct that we need to pollinate
With
the flowers.
yellow
and shit.
jackets.
Okay. Yeah.
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 If you accidentally get that and you know what it is, just light the fucking thing on fire.
But no,
But
what,
how
I'm,
are you gonna
what I'm
know?
saying is people kept stealing my packages.
Right.
So I was going to ship that to my home.
Right.
Because what they do is they take the package, and because I would find the boxes littered down the
like a
street.
block down, yeah.
Yeah, and I'd be like, well, when they open it, it's just going to be a bunch of bees.
You ever see the guy who builds the anti-porch pirate boxes?
Yes, because I did
Yeah.
a lot of research on how to get this guy.
Maybe. Have you ever had a package get opened and rejected?
Like
What
they
do you
bring it
mean?
back.
No, as in someone opened it and I guess decided they didn't want what was in it and put it back.
I had a
or,
friend
or,
who-
or never took it.
I had a friend who showed me like the door footage camera of some like guy just like opening it up and just saying, "I don't want this," and he threw it.
That's what happened
Cool.
with that one package I got, the one that pissed me off with the allergen spray. Because the stuff that so the stuff that got stolen was stupid. It was like I got the Jeff skateboard deck that we sold, the Angels and Demons one, because like it's super sick.
Wait, we did
A Jeff.
collaboration with
No, Jeff-
Tom Hanks.
You make it hard, Blaine. No, we had the Jeff Ramsey Angels and Demons collection, and it had a skateboard deck, which is super sick. So I wanted to get it because I wanted to.
Did we do a
skate
Da
on
Vinci
it.
Code Jeff
I'm-
skateboard?
The second one was better.
And then like some Glossier stuff, and and then some Amazon stuff. But then the Amazon thing, it was like it's just like a gallon of allergen spray because I live with 2 cats. I have terrible allergies, and I feel like I've talked about this before, but not to Blaine. But so I saw all my package wrappers like strewn down like towards my house too, which pissed me off even more. And then I saw the jug of allergen spray, and they had just dumped it out, and
Like,
I was
they're just destroying it.
It
just
was
to
like
destroy it.
$40, and I was like, you could have just left it.
My
Like,
theory is it's probably. If I had to take a guess, and I'm not sure, I'm not saying that I am okay with this, but
Yeah.
it might have been an Amazon employee
Yeah.
who fucking hates their job, and they're trying to just make people stop buying from Amazon.
No, because they have to document stuff.
Also, they stole the
Like
Glossier
pictures
stuff,
and
half
stuff
of
that
it.
they've delivered.
Oh no! I'm saying it's an off the clock.
Off-duty?
Yeah, it's an off-duty like yeah.
I don't think
You're
so
never really
because it
truly
was
off-duty.
within an hour of delivery
It's a
that the
thin brown
package was
line.
delivered and stolen.
Separating us from local business.
I bet they went back to their van, took off their vest, came back, and then took a dump on your box. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
they shouted all over my box.
I got So I have an alarm system in my home.
Nice.
And you have to pay a permit fee to the city of Austin every year if you have an alarm system. What? Yeah, you're supposed to pay. If you have an alarm system, you're supposed to be paying.
That's
If it's a
weird.
monitored alarm, you have to like pay the city of Austin.
I just got an auto turret, kind of like Team Fortress 2.
And a couple months, maybe last year, I got like my yearly bill in the mail from the city of Austin for like the permit fee. And I opened it up and it was like, you owe your permit fee plus a late fee because you didn't pay it on time. I was like, what the fuck? And it was weird because, so I was like, I don't think I ever got the other one. And I like, looked through my records, like I never got any other bill that I didn't pay. And I realized that the second bill that they had mailed me, like the envelope wasn't even sealed.
What?
So it just flew out. It's
So yeah,
somewhere-
most
It's just
likely,
an empty envelope?
most likely the first one just like flew and was empty, and someone just probably threw it away because it got separated.
I mean-
Like, what a fucking racket!
But now
Yeah.
you're like down.
Now I'm out like
$20 or whatever.
another $20 or something because I have to pay a late fee.
I'm getting into a new hobby, and it was supposed to be started as like a relaxing, cute, fun thing, and it is stressing me the fuck out. And
That's
I hate
just
it,
all hobbies.
dude. So I'm getting into old CRT, like PVM. What are those professional video monitors?
Yeah.
Sony made like these really fucking dope tiny TVs, and they got all these cool remotes, and they got these little loops on the front, and it looks like Ghost in the Shell tech. It's so fucking rad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I ordered one to my house. I bought it off of eBay. And ordered it to my house. I was super stressed I was going to break. It made it there. But like now I can't get any goddamn, like I'm trying to hook a Roku up to it. So I'm trying to do like HDMI to a converter to then out to component and then I was like, okay, well that's not going to work. And then out to SCART, which is another like input from England.
Just
You
buy
DIY.
a decimator.
What is that?
It's a thing that measures earthquakes.
What?
It's like a video signal converter. We use them here all the time. There's probably one on the floor over here somewhere.
Yeah, just
But
get
I don't
one
know
of
if
those.
I need it to go out to
Dude,
like component.
Get a
or-
decimator.
Get a decimator.
All right. Well, how much
Not-
are those? Because I'm already out like $200 from cables that it didn't work.
Oh shit, they're expensive.
Just take that one.
Broadcast,
Take
can I
the one
borrow
on the
one?
floor.
Yeah.
Can I-
$295.
Woo!
I was
That's
I
what
was
you
kidding.
I thought they were like $60. I didn't realize they were that
I
expensive.
don't know if I'm going to be able to
What
do
is
that.
what are the things that measure earthquakes?
What? A Richter?
What was
A seismograph.
we need you said decimator.
These things. I'm sure you've
What
seen
was
them
I
around
thinking
here.
of?
Yeah.
Ew, why's it got a spider?
It'd be
I
a
hate
shame if
that.
one of those went missing. Well, anyways, I can't get it to work. But I just and it all started because I want a tiny TV on my desk to just play like
those
90s movies on.
Those do SDIN, right?
Yes. So that was the other thing. I had to get component cables that are RCA to SDI, and then it's just a whole fucking thing, man.
I think what Eric said. I think a VCR is going to be your best bet. But wait, how are you going to get HDMI into a VCR?
Right.
HDMI.
Yeah, he said he needs Roku.
Hook up a VCR and then play tapes.
No.
On an old TV.
Yeah, no, and I want to make it. I want it modern. I want to go like cool. Like I want to play Netflix on my.
Tiny thingy.
Yeah.
on your 8-inch monitor.
Yeah.
It's he got one
wants
right
to-
in your hand.
He
It's your
wants
phone.
to
No.
watch Stranger Things like it's airing on the TV during the time of Stranger Things.
Thank
I
you.
get it.
Yeah. It's
Oh, here
about
we
the
go.
aesthetic.
It's about the aesthetic.
Blackmagic makes a microconverter, HDMI to SDI, $45.
Nah, that's not bad. Can you slack that?
I'll send you the
Yeah,
link
Slack
right
it
now.
down.
Thanks, bro.
I'll text it to you if that's all right.
All right, problem solved.
It took me
We did it.
5 seconds of Googling to find it.
No bullshit. I've gone through and I like downloaded the manual for the Sony PVM
Convert HDMI
408
to SDI. It's the first thing.
No,
Hey,
you're lying.
hey Blaine, I know.
Look!
Hey,
Convert
Blaine,
HDMI to
almost
SDI.
threw
It's
your
right there.
laptop.
It's the first one.
No one look at it because, hey, Blaine, I know what episode 1 of season 2 of Improv Ambush is going to be now.
What do you mean?
What is this? What do you think it does?
And I just take it home. That is actually.
How's that a hobby?
Well, it's all. There's a whole.
I watch new things on old hardware. That's my hobby.
There's a whole. There's a whole community. It's CRT gaming. It's like
Yeah.
a whole community.
I cannot shit on Blaine. I think this is super fucking
No, I think
cool.
it's
I
super
love
cool.
it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought
And
you would
keep
think
it
it
next
was
to your
cool.
sewing machine. That's adorable.
That's actually what I,
I
was gonna
thought you were
do.
going to talk about your sewing when you said I got this new hobby that stresses me out.
Well, no, I'm embarrassed to talk about my sewing because
Well, you
like,
did it.
Well, no, because like Eric's like on a whole. He's making fucking wrestling masks and
Luchador
luchador
masks
shit,
and
and I'm
stuff.
like, I'm turning t-shirts into crop tops. That's the best I've got.
Yeah, I can do that
Yeah.
with scissors.
Yeah, you're not sewing. Yeah, you just cut it.
Yeah, but it's got a nice hem on the
Yeah.
bottom.
Oh man, you guys should see the hems on Blaine's jorts right
dude,
now.
I
His
was-
jorts are hemmed up.
I was my girlfriend's hero for like 2 hours. She was just bringing me
Oh, man.
clothes.
Remember
that had
Girlfriend's
busted.
Hero? I used to love those games when you get the little.
Girlfriend.
Now I'm just imagining like some sort of sewing machine where like want to impress girls. So
She had the shirt. She's like, "This is my favorite shirt, but it's got this giant hole in it." And then like I tried sewing it, and it just didn't work. And then I even have staples in it, and I'm like, "Give that to me,
Staples?
babe." And then I matched the thread, and I went through. She didn't even know. It was perfect. It was great. I saved
believe-
so many clothes.
I want to get one of those old timey, like leather sewing machines. The ones that
yeah.
you have to like hand crank, and it just like one big needle like goes like one threading thing at a time.
watched
And then
the
I
video,
just
yeah.
then I just want to make like shoes.
make shoes.
I want to be a cobbler
I just associate
wanna
that
be a
with like
cobbler.
I don't know. I don't like making shoes because you gotta do with skin.
or a farrier. Or
Don't you have to use like leather and stuff for shoes?
are you calling?
Leather skin.
No, technically yes.
No,
I
technically,
don't want.
yes.
I don't want a device that's designed to sew skin.
Okay, Chris.
Chris, I guarantee you own weirder things.
Yeah, but I don't know about it.
Chris, hey, can I see your wallet? Real quick?
I'm not saying I don't have
no,
leather.
can I see your wallet
I don't
real
want to be I don't want to be a skin craftsman.
Do you cook?
No, when you see there's videos of me
you
cooking.
eat-
Take
Do you eat
raw
meat? Do
animal
you eat
flesh
chicken?
and apply heat to it?
Do you eat chicken? What do you think the outside is, bro?
Yeah, but I'm not like crafting it for long.
Do you like fried chicken?
I'm not.
The skins, the fucking
don't
crispy
part.
best part?
But I'm not crafting it for long-term use. That's what I'll say.
What do you? So you don't own a pair of like leather shoes?
No, I'm not saying I don't want any leather. I'm saying I don't want to be a craftsman of it
Why?
because it just feels weird to be sewing up skin.
Here's the thing, though. Like, and I always think about this too. If I'm taking on a new hobby, like maybe not the CRT thing, but if there's like a skill that you can learn that makes you useful, that way, like if shit hits the fan, we lose the climate war. All right. What value do you bring to a village that has a capacity?
No, I'm with you.
You can make funny videos.
No,
Yeah.
I
No,
can-
you're right, you can't.
What is your practice? Hey, I'm gonna let you into my village if you can offer me something that I don't have in my village. What can you do? Otherwise, I'm gonna kill you and eat your body.
I can build stuff. I can repair stuff. I can do plumbing.
Roblox don't count.
No, I'm not
Roblox.
talking about that. I'm not talking about
Oh,
that.
there's no electricity.
Gablok doesn't count.
blocks.
I do plumbing. I
Your
can do.
your nail gun is useless.
You
I
can do plumbing? What are you going to hook up to?
well,
There's what are you
I don't
gonna
know,
build?
pipes.
Are you gonna
for irrigation?
are you gonna build a septic tank?
No, I'm gonna do pipes for irrigation.
I just remember a meeting where like we were all just like talking. I can't remember what was, but Chris was like, "Yeah, I got all this stuff because I was chipping off all the popcorn, ceiling stuff," and we were like, "Dude,
I got it tested.
Did you test after we said that or before?
No. I knew it wasn't because I knew that the popcorn was installed after the fact, much later. and I had it tested and it wasn't, and I'm fine.
How did we get here?
I'm just saying,
the week after the freeze,
I'm gonna show you my secret door.
I don't want to see your secret door, bro. Oh man,
Show is this?
Chris
I'm
and
building
I.
I'm building secret like entrances and stuff in
It's
my
not
house.
secret if you tell everyone, Chris.
Okay, Chris, why? Chris, why are you H.H. Holmes in your house?
I'm not H.H. Holming. I'm Harry Pottering it.
You're gonna store a little boy under your staircase? Is that what you're admitting to right now?
But you're not going to sew leather.
Wait, what? Wait, no. Now we gotta go back. What do you mean Harry Pottering?
Just
You're making a room of requirement?
No, just like secret rooms and stuff.
I don't think Harry Potter's known for secret.
Yeah, there
I've
is.
been to your house. What do you can't? There's nowhere like unless
like
you
the
build a
room-
wall
you mean-
around your stairs.
Well,
You
I'm
mean
not
like
gonna tell you, and you'll have to find it.
So you mean it's just like there's gonna be like a door where I have to solve a riddle to get to my dorm in your house?
No, there's just gonna be like you
I
won't know.
solemnly
you
swear
won't
I'm
know-
up to no good.
You won't know where the doors
I'm gonna
are.
have to tap the hunchback witch's back thrice with my wand.
Thrice.
And yeah, just like general carpentry, tooling, and construction.
I just
DIY.
remember like after the freeze happened a year ago, we helped each other turn each other's
Yeah.
plumbing back on, and
Yeah.
I was like over at your place, and And I remember like going out to my backyard and I looked and you had just completely like cranked on my back faucet. And I was like, why did you do that? Like it's because it's supposed to be like a slow leak of the air and then the fluid. Otherwise it could explode. And I was like, I didn't ask you to do that. And you're like, oh yeah, I just did this because I just did this. And I was like,
All right. Now I'm not well versed in freezes because that was the first one I'd had.
but I did all the reading for it. And you were just going around like Willie, like turning on. And I was like, Chris.
Honestly, Blaine, this is on you.
You're right.
This is 100% on you.
My favorite part of that whole day was like after just like stressing out that a pipe had exploded or something and just like all that stuff. I invited Chris back out into my garage for a drink because I have a fridge out there. And he, like the last thing he could have possibly fucked up, he takes the bottle up to the bottle opener and he snaps the neck off and he shatters the glass and he's like, huh, that's weird.
And then he drank out of it.
Please tell me he still drank it anyway. With
Oh no, I don't think I let him. I
Blaine
was
wouldn't
like,
let me.
No.
Oh, so you tried. Chris, you're like a dog when you like drop a pill on the floor and the dog immediately goes for it and you have to like grab him.
Yeah.
That's the energy. No.
But I got skills. I do.
Gus can fly.
Gus can pilot. That's a really good skill.
Kayla, what do you have to offer?
I'm really good at building. I'm resoureful.
Well, we already
I can
got one of
find
those.
Things. I can forge.
I would have a
I
build
feel-
off between you two.
I feel like if it was like ideally my ideal job in medieval times, court jester would be sick.
Okay.
I want to wear the silly hat. I want to make everyone laugh while we're being invaded and the city burns down around us. You know, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Like we're doing right now.
You just got to get in good with whoever the king is.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to wear a silly hat.
I do.
How about silly sunglasses? Would that be okay?
I wear silly sunglasses. I'm not wearing another bucket hat.
or like a
You guys and that fucking hat.
Which hat?
the bucket.
Both
hat
of you and the
guys didn't
hat
wanna
at the
wear.
photo shoot the other day.
Fuck, why the fuck were we wearing bucket hats? Who wears bucket hats?
It's for a
people.
fucking promotional photo.
They made us wear bucket hats.
You guys would not shut. You all were being such babies
Blaine and
about
Chris
wearing a
hated it.
fucking hat. It made the shoot take twice as long. 'Cause every other photo is like, Chris and Blaine, put the hat back on.
Like you guys forgot to
Put the hat
hats
on.
Sometimes, like,
your hat.
Chris and I's, like, brotherhood really shines through and we connect on a spiritual level. We were sharing looks where we're, like, having entire conversations off of 2-second glances where we're like, can you believe this fucking shit, this fucking bucket hat that I just put on my
the hat
goddamn
on.
head? We look stupid.
They were great photos.
The ones without the hats, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell them to just use the ones with the
Yeah.
hats.
The most frustrating thing too was we were like it was just at first we saw him and we were passively like, I don't know if I want to wear this hat, and then everyone locked down and they were like, no, this is we have to. We
it was a group
we have
thing.
to have these bucket. Everyone needs to be having bucket hats on, and we're like, I feel like if we hadn't said anything, people would have been like, all right, now let's see someone.
You wouldn't tell the Power Rangers to take their masks off.
They weren't hiding our identity. I wish they were.
Yeah, because I'm embarrassed to
You
wear a
all
bucket hat.
picked the weirdest fucking hill to die
It was
on.
a weird hill for
Yeah,
sure.
it's a hill
I don't like
that
bucket
looks
hats.
like a bucket.
I don't like bucket hats. I didn't say shit.
Yeah, same.
You wear bucket hats normally. I've seen you wear
When have I
bucket
worn a
hats.
bucket hat? No.
I've never seen
Hey,
Kayla wear a bucket hat.
I've seen
Chris
her.
or Blaine?
You've been in
Listen,
merch
some
meetings
people
Blaine,
can pull off
for our
bucket hats.
brand, and you've said bucket hat. You've been pro bucket hat.
No. I've not been pro bucket hat. First of all, I was pro corduroy hat, which you hated.
Why would you wear a corduroy hat? Who makes corduroy hats?
Nothing wrong
And
with
it-
quarter.
Go to roosterteeth.com for the new Funhouse corduroy hat.
It's hot. Okay.
I like the
go,
corduroy-
Go buy it. Please support a Funhouse. I'm not gonna wear that.
I like the
fucking
corduroy
No,
hat.
corduroy
The
hats are
other
fine.
option was like a white. It was like a white baseball cap, and I was like, "Well, there's so many baseball caps. Maybe the bucket hat will set us apart." That's all I
Now
said.
Jordan's gonna get like he's gonna slack me and be like, "Why are you talking shit about our merch?"
And for the record, I don't have a problem with bucket hats.
Yes, you do.
You clearly did.
No, I don't. I don't have a problem with bucket hats on other people. I just don't want to.
Okay. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. I do not like.
That's what I said about the
I'm
bucket.
telling you,
I said
we budgeted, I think, 5 hours for this photo shoot, and 2 hours were put the hat on.
Eric, if you want to wear a bucket hat, hey man, go for it.
if
That's
you-
your thing. I love it. I over my dead body, am I gonna put a bucket
I was like,
hat on
I
my
can't.
head?
This is not for me. I can't pull this bucket hat off.
No, we look
Didn't you wear a bucket hat like a week ago?
Not
against my will.
Okay, but over your dead body?
Anyway,
again.
Again,
Right on, man.
When we release this bucket hat in the RT store, if it ever gets released, I
Oh,
want it to
yeah.
be labeled as Blaine and Chris's patented favorite #1 thing to wear on head. STF branded bucket hat.
So frustrated. That fucking hat.
I'm looking for the photos right now.
No, don't show the photo.
Oh, I'm gonna show the photo.
Show the photos.
No, I was almost like gonna be like, we should not release the bucket.
Oh my god, it's not that bad.
It's just all of us wearing bucket
We're
hats.
all wearing bucket hats.
Stupid.
It's not like it's just you guys.
It should have been.
And this isn't anything against like Erica either. Like
Yeah.
our
No,
costume designer. She's great. Dude, her best work on Arizona Circle and all that shit. Like, God, awesome stuff.
Bucket hat big
Fucking
hits.
bucket hats. What is this? What is this nonsense?
Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh man, Gus is standing. That's how you know it's real. Okay, for the audience listening at home,
Great.
see, it looks great.
You look great.
Eric is looking and
Oh, wow. And
Yep.
you're smiling?
Forced. It's forced.
Let me see.
It's a forced.
I understand the Power Rangers thing now.
thank you.
Yeah, no, I get it. After seeing the photos, I get it
Yeah,
now.
thank you.
Give us
Yeah.
ball caps or let us choose different
Ball ca-
styles of hats.
No, it's you.
Different style.
I would have worn a beret.
No. That is fair because
Yeah.
we could have worn different hats.
Our
It was-
sunglasses didn't match.
Our sunglasses didn't match, and guess what shoes I was given?
What shoes were you given, Chris?
Flippers.
You can't see the feet in these photos. Look,
You don't show feet.
there's no feet in here
But then why was I wearing flippers?
because we were fucking with you.
We were fucking with you. We were hazing
I
you
was given.
fully.
Everyone had different
Also,
shoes, and I was given flippers.
I want everyone to know. I know what you're thinking. Are you thinking that these are flippers that he was able to put on fully on his foot? No, these are child-sized flippers that only covered his toes.
You're only supporting our argument by showing him the pictures of how
The
we were-
flippers are great. Those are really great. Cat
He's
loves
lying.
the flippers.
Eric is
These are good.
trolling us.
What do you mean? I think you guys look great.
And it's
I like your hats.
so see-through.
Eric-
Everyone knows.
Eric doesn't have a horse in this fight.
That's true.
Yeah, he does.
If my
His
horse
horse-
is up the stairs and he can't get back down the stairs.
Speaking of horses,
Yeah, I got Nicholas.
yeah. See, look at that. We got,
God damn it.
Wait,
Buy that hat.
yeah, buy the
Prove
Ruby
Blaine
bucket
wrong.
hat. Here we
Buy
go.
a Ruby Blake emblem bucket hat.
no, at least wait till the SDF one comes out.
$24.95.
Yeah.
No, you never have enough bucket hats unless you're Chris and
If you're,
Blaine.
Get a
if you're gonna own a
bucket and a
goddamn
hat.
bucket hat, at least make it support us.
Not like that hat, which did not support us.
Oh my god, it did. It was our promo pics.
No, but it didn't support
Dude,
us.
I felt like there was a sniper trained on us at all time because like we'd be between takes, they'd be setting up the next slide. I'd just take the bucket hat off because I felt ridiculous and I just didn't want to wear it. And everyone's like, "Put your hat back on!"
Because Wes is clicking his thing and he's
no, he
taking
wasn't.
pictures.
It was between takes. If he was taking photos, I had the fucking hat on.
I like that when we do this podcast, by the time we get to the end, if there's people who don't listen to the end, they're always like, man, these are some really even-keeled people. But I feel like most of the time we devolve into screaming.
In chat, Danny California says, "It's a hat. You're getting paid to wear a hat to do a promo.
That's
Just
true.
suck it up."
Dude, that was the thing too. Is like I hate that argument. It's
Yeah.
like you're getting
No.
paid to do this.
could
It's
be
like,
in a
so
coal
fucking
mine.
what? I
It's
don't
your
wanna
job
do
to
it.
wear the hat.
Okay, all right, here.
We
Listen,
weren't even
hey,
selling
hey,
the hat.
Hey,
I'm
let's do,
listening.
no,
No.
listen to me.
What do you
Do you
want?
want to do a Blaine photo shoot and I'm gonna make you wear a Speedo? Okay, actually, you'd be fine with that. If I put anybody else in a Speedo and they said they weren't comfortable with it,
If it's my
then
jo-
I'm the fucking dickhead. But
it's
the
my-
moment I say I don't want to wear a bucket hat because I'm not
There's
comfortable,
nothing bad
I'm the
about wearing
asshole.
a bucket hat.
A bucket hat doesn't show your cock and balls.
Okay, then
Short
it
shorts.
says spandex
Jorts.
suit.
Jorts.
Something that I'd
A
be
Zentai
fine
suit?
wearing.
Jorts.
Jorts
million
and a
times
tank
that I've had
top.
to wear?
Jorts and a tank top. That's the Blaine uniform.
I'm lightheaded because I'm screaming about hats.
How many
Do you want
people,
someone-
when we do costumes and stuff, if someone's not comfortable with something, they can swap out.
And it's
But it was
not
a
big deal.
unity thing.
But the second Chris and I are like, I don't want to wear a
I
bucket
can't-
hat. We are like, crucify.
I can't wait for these pictures to drop.
Yeah, I can't wait for all the bucket hat pictures to drop.
I want to say for the record.
Honestly-
wait. For the record,
This is being marked on the record.
On the record.
On the
we
officially.
were not promoting bucket hats to sell.
No,
Sure.
these are not Rooster Teeth branded bucket hats.
These are just random bucket hats.
Yeah.
This was
These are just
purely
like-
spite
This
that they
is
made
just
us wear these
bucket
bucket
hats.
hats.
But it was
So
a
I
costume
get it.
everyone was wearing.
But they weren't. They didn't have to be uniform because
All
we've
right.
established the shoes. Now, if we were as a photo shoot to sell bucket
Bucket hats, yeah.
then yeah,
Okay. Well, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I've done a 180 out of spite. I hope we don't use those pictures, but you still have to wear those hats.
On the record.
On the record.
Wait, so you're saying that you would like it if those pictures
Or
got
never
released?
see the light of day, but you still have to have that experience.
That's fine.
Hey, I've done worse things that we
haven't
never
seen.
aired, and I'm better for it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I've seen the things. Oh boy.
Oh, I love you guys.
Let's go ahead and cut this off. I've got my bucket hat still in my car. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go get it, and I'm gonna bring it in, and I'm gonna wear it on the post
Yeah.
show.
Get buy an RTX ticket.
Buy an RTX ticket,
Yeah, yeah.
rtxevent.com. A very normal podcast tour, April 1st. Also at rtxevent.com. Just go to rtxevent.com. You see
Yeah.
all our events there.
Bring a bucket hat to RTX.
Bring a
Yeah.
bucket hat.
If you
Or
bring a
to the
bucket
live
hat,
show.
I'll sign
And
it.
if you've just lost your job, let me know.
I think
At RTX.
I think everyone at RTX should bring a bucket hat and hunt Blaine and Chris down. And
I don't
make
have a
them
problem
sign,
with other
make
people
them
wearing
sign
bucket
it.
hats. Other people can pull it off. I'm just saying, I don't think I
Just
can.
know I'll be like, oh hey, cool, nice hat. Hey, what an asshole.
All right. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.